Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, An American Werewolf in Paris from 1997. It's directed by Anthony Waller and stars Tom Everett Scott and Julie Delpy. I honestly don't know how this film came into existence. I'm not complaining that it exists, I just don't know why it exists. Who was out there screaming into the void for a sequel to An American Werewolf in London? That film came to a satisfactory end. It's not like there were any loose ends dangling about from An American Werewolf in London, and yet here we are, over 15 years later with the sequel, An American Werewolf in Paris. The sequel that, may I remind you, nobody asked for. But I'm kinda glad someone in Hollywood saw the potential for more money and greenlit it. This film isn't great, hell, it's barely even good, but it is fun and entertaining and not the worst way I can picture spending 100 minutes on a Saturday night. Also, this film stars Tom Everett Scott as the titular American Werewolf. Remember back in the 90s when Hollywood wanted desperately to make Tom Everett Scott a thing? I will unashamedly admit I'm sad it didn't work out because I like Tom Everett Scott a lot. He's still around today, but not with the push Hollywood was giving him back in the 90s. Anyway, if this film is so fun and entertaining, then why do I say it isn't great? What's holding it back? The entire problem with this film could be blamed on the filmmakers going with CGI werewolves instead of good old makeup effects like with the first film. It isn't just that they took the lazy way out on the werewolf design, it's also that the CGI looked like ass, and all the werewolves had these ugly as sin faces that looked permanently constipated. That, quite simply, was this film's downfall because everything else works well enough. The horror and the humor are both effective, the screenplay is a bit hokey, but it still works alright. If that damn CGI wasn't a thing, I could give this film a higher rating. However, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the best thing about this movie, and that is that fucking sick remix of Bush's song, Mouth, that is pure sex for your ears. I don't know if that remix was written specifically for the movie or not, but holy shit is it good. Almost makes the CGI bearable. Almost. Anyway, I'm gonna give An American Werewolf in Paris a C+ because that CGI is just atrocious. Well, we've reached the end of our Coming to America tour, and now I'm going to resist the obvious low-hanging fruit segue into letting you know tomorrow's film is Amistad. See y'all then.